Hello, and welcome back to the third and hopefully final part in this getting started series on Farm Manager, getting a self sufficient farm that is making us a little profit. Since the last episode, I find that I'm getting a little bit behind, and I wanted to get better employees anyway. So let me pause it for a second so I can feel like I can talk without anything catastrophic happening. We're going to have to get to watering these fields. We don't want them to get really any lower than this on the soil moisture, else they'll start taking permanent damage. I'm not too worried about these fields. They're obviously tiny and more there for the bees, but I also have this field getting low. So what I did was I spent a while, 4 or 5 minutes, going in and trying to get people, you'll see these ones that haven't been assigned yet, a good score on the caring for plants and a good score on their endurance. So these will be my permanent employees to help take care of greenhouses, and they'll have a good harvest ability. We'll pay good money for them, but I think that they will pay us back in the long run. So we've got our beekeeper people, and we'll fire some of these other people as soon as we get everything planted and we're just sort of in wait for harvest mode. We'll see who our best people are, and we'll get rid of them. We're going to probably keep 4 people to work the fields, and hopefully that's enough. I don't know if it will be. Certainly come harvest time, we may hire some more. All right, so having said that, we're going to get quite a bill at the end of June here. But again, I didn't want this field in particular to get much further behind. So let's hit play, autofill, and we'll just get whatever 2 people are there. Again, their strength is not the greatest. I was going more for their harvest ability when it came to getting these people, but they should be absolutely fine for getting these fields watered before they start taking damage. If you notice, our greenhouses are also, they're getting really close to being ready, so we want to get those watered ASAP as well. As a matter of fact, this one I may not get watered in time. But as soon let's pin this one. I like to pin these over here so I know what I'm doing. Like this is the field I'm in the middle of processing to get something planted. I did want to mention else something too. We lost the strawberry seedlings raspberry seedlings that we initially bought. They only last a month. So I had to rebuy those, which cost us an extra $3,000. So don't buy your raspberry bushes until the last minute at that point. So, but yeah, hopefully we only got 2 days left. Hopefully we get at least, if we can get even just one person freed up. Let's fast forward a little bit more. One person freed up before this one goes to, there we go. We got 2 people freed up. Pause just to make sure we get it. Let's get them on watering ASAP. And that way we'll cross this at 100%. So it's not the end of the world collecting it at 94%, but, not a bad thing nonetheless. So these guys they might have to go back to their house, but once we, quote, froze this in place. Now this field still has 25 days left. Tomatoes take quite a while longer to grow, but they both act like perennial plants, so we don't have to replant them each time in here, so that's a bit of a bonus, I guess you could say. We can close this because we are in the process of watering it. So this one, there's really no rush to get this one watered. But, yeah, I don't think there's any rush at all. We need to get people out here doing that. So we'll probably... Do we just keep these 4 working on this field, I think, until that's done? Oh, you know what? We need to get this harvested. So once these guys get done, I think we're going to jump over here and put as many people as we think we should. Maybe we leave the 2 people in here working. All right, these guys are done, but there you go. So we got 6 people. We got the 2 we can keep working over here. Let's just get all of them. Well, we don't even need all of them. Yeah, clear, choose. They're both just arm strength people. That's fine. So we should get a bonus grass crop because we have those people. We didn't get it watered in time to get it up to 100%, but So now we have an extra person. That's fine, because as soon as these guys get done, we'll get the strawberries will be pretty much ready to go. So let's fast forward a little bit. Yeah, so we're definitely not going to be profitable this month. But as soon as we get to the end of the month, or as things calm down here for me a little bit, yeah, we can get people in here watering. Not quite yet. I like to let it get down at least below 93, but you don't want it to get down below like 85. I think that's about when it starts getting damaged. I don't know the exact number. I try not to push it to that limit. But good. We got people out here getting some grass in. That's wonderful. The cows will love some grass. And this field, you know, I'll leave that pin because we got to get back out there. And we're just going to hold our horses. Yeah, see, this doesn't even say grow, so it bears fruit. So we can go here, autofill. Unfortunately, we're not going to get our biggest bonus because we're going to use Lacey there, but we should get a bonus to the strawberries because we have those harvest people. And we also have this, train any worker to max level, which we could do at any point here. Maybe get one of those 4 out of 5 harvesters, and then when they get done harvesting, insects on your field. Okay, well, we can't do a whole lot about that at this moment. And unfortunately, that field's probably just going to have to take a hit until, I mean, it's going to take these guys a while to harvest that grass field. But I think we could probably sneak up there and spray that. Yeah. Oh, you know what? We need to insects. So we'll buy what we need to do that. In the meantime, let's get these guys watering this one. And we have some strawberries. So since these won't go off, let's slow down things a little bit. And let's talk about selling some honey too, right? So we'll see how we do here. You can see we're pretty much flatlining on money. And did we just take our hit yet? Yes. No, we haven't taken the hit. So we're going to take another hit for all these employees. Let's close this. Let's come here to sell. And these strawberries will go off pretty quickly, so we'll just sell them. There's a little bit of money coming in. That's nice. And we can look at this different kinds of honey. Now that one's going up. Do we think it'll keep going up? This one seems pretty high, so we're just going to sell that. Again, I don't know that it makes that much difference. How about multi-flower honey? That seems like it's plummeting. Why don't we wait a little bit? It's not like we have to have the money this minute. And these guys are still watering that. And they're done cutting the field, so that's good. Well, just about done. Looks like they got a little more. Yeah, even in the greenhouses, you can, you know, the graphics are accurate. I'm kind of impressed. You know, a lot of these games, they don't really accurately represent, but you can come in here and look and see, you know, we don't have any strawberries, or, you know, you can see little tomatoes in there at a certain point, and when they actually go to harvest them, they take them off each individual plant, which is pretty accurate for a game like this. All right, so now we got one guy popping up, and any second now we should have 3 more, or 2 more, and then we will spray this field. I'm assuming we got our stuff. I'm hoping we did. So as you notice, it's dropping down. So the longer we don't spray it, the more damage those bugs will do. And that's permanent damage. So spraying it's not going to get us that percentage back. But again, I'm not too worried about it. If there had to be a field to take a hit, that one's not making me feel bad. All right, we took our monthly hit. We'll go take a look at that in a second. As soon as we get this other employee, there they are. They're meandering over to their house. Now, are they going to have to fully recuperate? I hope not. Yeah, they're going to have, yeah, because whenever they come off of this watering, they got to fully recuperate. So let's get all ready. We'll choose this anti-insects. Oh, are we doing? Okay, we only need 2 anyway. Oh, there you go. Get up there. All right, so what else are we doing here? Not much. These guys should be coming out here to rake this field pretty soon. And they'll get out there to spray that one. So we got somebody sitting around doing nothing. Not worth getting them out on this field. And this is where it would be nice to just send somebody off to help finish up the harvest here. Grass field's nice and close to the barn, so it shouldn't take them... It takes the longest to cut the stuff. And then I would say that the raking and the actual picking the stuff up takes about, half the time. About the same amount of time total, because I got to run back to the house, but they should be done this pretty quick. All right, so this field's basically sprayed. The bugs will go away with the next tick. And those guys are harvesting. Do we get... Yeah, let's get this field going, which is already open. And we'll just get whoever we have left cultivating. Uh-oh. That was bad timing, wasn't it? I should have looked up before I clicked that. So now we got fungus on this field. Oh, good. Some rain. Rain is always nice. All right, so we got 5 people. Let's spray. Okay, we need to slow down. Weeds. We got all kinds of crap happening on our fields, don't we? All right, so let's choose anti-fungus. Which field has weeds? Show. Oh, our grass field. Let's choose anti-weed. All right, so now we're going to have to wait for those to show up anyway. But at least this harvest is done. We got some grass. And we got these guys cultivating. All right, now what I think I want to do, we've already purchased that, so we're going to buy more agrochemicals. And I think we should just get like 20 of each just so that we have it around so we don't have to do this waiting when these messages pop up. So that's anti-fungus. We'll get 20 anti-insect. And we'll get 20 anti-weed. So that costs us a good chunk of change, but at least we got the stuff on the way. So let's keep an eye out for these delivery trucks. We get on that right away. Yeah, unfortunately that field took a big hit, but again, that field's there for honey purposes. All right, let's fast forward a little bit more and wait till we see this. There we go. There's our delivery truck. Slow down. The stuff should be here. So we bought this one first, right? Spraying. Choose. No, it's not in here yet. Oh, we got the anti-fungus first. So let's go over to this field. Spray. Choose. Anti-fungus. Autofill. Accept. Alright, so that leaves only one person to spray this field, but so we might end up waiting even more. If something bad happens to your greenhouses, you have to replow them. Mostly what I've had happen is I don't water them fast enough. But these fields will die and then come back at 100% the next year. So it's not the end of the world if we don't get that done. However, we probably should have sprayed this one first. There we go. We got more of that stuff. Here's another delivery truck. It shouldn't take them long at all to spray that. And then eventually, yeah, we'll get them. Whoever's ready at that time, we'll get them right out to this field. And we'll even, let's get all ready to go. So what is it? Weed, right? Oh, I should have looked. Yeah, anti-weed. Oh, I could have looked over here. Anti-weed. And then we'll just have to wait on this autofill. There they go. They got done that field, so they'll just have to get back here. We'll wait till that resets, and we should have 5 people, which is kind of good. Come on, there we go. Autofill. And get out there. Yeah, so getting those extra people was definitely a good call, wasn't it? Yeah, it's a shame. This field took, look, it's 100%, so we lost 7% of the yield because of that. This one, moisture's at 100%, so that's not affecting the number. So this field lost 3%. Well, this one's just not even ready yet. There, see, that's why I keep this up here so we can keep an eye on the field we're getting ready. So how much should we lose? Well, we won't know. Probably, well, we lost 2% so far. Hopefully it doesn't drop down another one before they get done. And then this one, each time we harvest, we lost that for the year. You go, buddy. Why are you doing that? You should be working in the field. Oh, look, he is changing this a little bit. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe there's a better field size. I'm not sure it makes too much difference. Yep, he got tired. Oh, here comes his pal. They're on a different shift, apparently. So we got 5 people sitting around doing nothing. Everything... Well, this is going to need to be watered. Yeah, since we got people standing around, let's just get that watered now. Not sure it makes much difference. All right, this one's done, which means we got 4 people still sitting around. So as soon as this clears up, we'll get 4 of them out here fertilizing. And are we going to have to wait for Megan Clark to get all the way healed up? See, that's annoying. I got 4 people ready to go. That's how many this field takes total. And yet you can't do anything because Megan Clark needs to take a nap. So now we got 5 people available. And we still can't do anything to this field. Okay, let's slow down. Jake Baker. So let's come over to the houses. Can we get the top of that one? Yep, there's Jake. There you go, Jake. So that'll be a couple bucks for us. All right, now we can do something with this field. Let's do choose. And we have our other stuff. Wheat is the next one. Autofill. I guess that's fine. You know what? Let's get the people we plan on definitely keeping, like Bella. And let's clear this one and get Joshua. And I think we have a better person. Megan, even though she doesn't have the strength, you know, these people all have the good, what do you call it, trait? The good fertilizing trait. Or, I mean, harvesting trait. Except. So they should... Oh, no. Interrupt work. Shoot. I didn't fertilize. So let's see. I hope this doesn't keep us from fertilizing. Because this is where I would... Like, they didn't start. Can't we just... You know, I think we just screwed it up, and then I'm not going to be able to fertilize, even though there's nothing planted in the field yet. Just the way this game triggers stuff. Yep, look at that. It's not, because I interrupted that, it's not even I got to replow the whole thing. You got to be kidding me. All right, let's pause this. Yeah, see, the way they end and begin these tasks is just, in my opinion, quite frustrating. Oh, could I just choose? I don't have to clear her? Yeah, okay, that's nice. All right, so those are our good crop people out there replowing the same field, and even though it's already plowed, but because I interrupted that, because now we got to go all the way back to worse than I even expected. Stupid game. Yeah, I hope, I don't know. It seemed, I understand you're making a game. You've got a lot of coding work to do. But I would also say, come on, you gotta put in an effort All right, so what we're going to, let's pause. We're going to get rid of these 4 people that aren't working right now. Yep, those guys are working. Hopefully we don't get bit in the butt by that. This guy has some skills, but you know what? We're going to keep these 2 because, look, these strawberries are ready to go. Glad I noticed that. Now, unfortunately, these guys will be out here plowing, so we won't get a big bonus. We probably should have sent our, if I had thought properly. But yeah, unfortunately, yeah, the way this handles the tasks, and I guess what I was trying to say there before I got interrupted by the game was I just get the feeling that they work on the code in a lot of games and they just don't sit there and play the game enough and say, this is stupid the way this is working. This isn't acceptable. Hey, look, we can get the cows going. Fine. Oh, you know why? Because we got the grass. Oh, you know what? Maybe that's not true. Oh, look, we don't have that much. Let's do auto manage. And then we'll take the auto manage off, and it should just keep feeding them grass for now in a bigger proportion than the crops. And in about the right percentage that we have at this moment. So the crop should run out at the same time the grass does, even though we'll get more grass. And we may find ourselves needing a bigger grass field here shortly, but all right. Well, good. We got this guy up to 100%. Fungus on the field, and this is why we bought that extra stuff. Right, it is fungus on the field. Yep. So just because that's what we can do, we'll get those 2 people out there. So even though those 2 people are costing us some money, it looks like until we get this field redone, which, yeah, maybe I should have just let it roll with the half. You know, it's not that critical that we get a wheat field in and get 100% harvest, but yeah, don't click the wrong button. Be careful. The game is painful in the way that it is, the way these tasks are done. You know, you shouldn't have to wait for somebody to rest to clear the field to be able to work with next people. You should be able to add new people to it, you know, during the task. The other thing is if you stop your game in the middle of a harvest, a lot of times it like breaks the harvest when you come back, like things aren't right. So, how many days left? We only got 2 days for this guy, so we'll keep an eye on that. Yeah, so the whole task thing can be a bit frustrating. And I don't think that the way it's done is, you know, it's I don't. Sometimes I think the things that frustrate you are game mechanics that are intentional. There's like really no point in some of these game mechanics. They're just frustrating, poorly thought out game mechanics, I guess you could say. There we go. So we got this guy harvested. Oh, just in time. You know what? Let's wait because we're going to put we can afford to wait a minute. These guys are just about done. Yep. So now, let's do an auto fill. 5 of 5. Can we clear that and choose 4 or 5? Yep. So now we got our good bonus people doing the greenhouse. So I guess, you know, look at the positive side of life. Let's get the other 2 watering this one. So that way it crosses the line at 100% since it won't tell us. Hey, there's another little thing like, why not just have a separate action bar for the watering? Why hide how many days you have left? But that should cross the finish line at 100% there, which is almost always your goal. We still got to get this field done. Yeah, I don't want to set those 2 extra people we have. I want to get 4 of them working on that field when they're ready. And this one should free up. Yeah, see, this one this one will be ready to harvest in a day, so. Now we got 3 people ready to go. Once we get our 4th, we'll get them going on this field. Oh, that's right. This is tomatoes, so it's going to... Actually, no. You know what? As soon as... We'll just put whatever 3 people on these strawberries. And then everybody should be kind of done at the same time. Because the strawberries... Yeah, we won't get as much of a bonus because we don't have as good a people harvesting this one. Good. More rain. That saves us from having to go out there and water all these things. And we're kind of well into this episode, and I still haven't even talked about when we will be profitable. You know, we're just sort of running around here like madmen. We haven't, because of my mistake, we haven't even gotten this field to the point that it's ready to go. So yeah, see these guys are done, and these guys are still harvesting. But if you notice, we're kind of holding our own. Once these harvests get done. By the way, we just got 224 strawberries. If we have 3 5s on the harvest, you get like over 400. If you don't have any at all, you get around like 160 or 180. So having the 5s gets you more than twice as much crops as if you just have unskilled harvesters. And yeah, we're in good shape on those fields, other than we're waiting for these guys to get done. Should we get those 3 up there? No, we're going to get 4 people up there. Even though we're really running out of time for that field. So hopefully we can get this. This needs to start being the priority, you know, to get that done. Okay, show me that. Chickens. All right, let's slow things down. Yeah, what were we feeding them? Yeah, so loud food, rye. So we're out of rye. Let's take a look at our little warehouse report over here and do foliages. Yep, we're out of rye. Do we have anything else in stock that they'll eat? If we hit auto manage, nope, we don't have anything else. So rye was the cheapest. Unfortunately, we didn't get a field of lupine in, even, before they needed more, which is fine. So let's come over here to buy foliages. Let's buy some more rye. Yeah, look, the price even dropped more. Let's get 200. That should be enough to at least get us. There we go. So that should get delivered soon. They'll get fed. While we're thinking of food, yeah, we got a decent amount of grass in, and we got the crops for them. As far as our report goes here, let's see. We don't have much in the way of crops. I don't know if this means we have these in the warehouse or if they're in here. And we don't really have that much grass, but we should have more on the way. So again, part of the idea is to get self-sufficient. We're just trying to get our feet on the ground. And this is almost done. Let's fast forward. Come on, buddy. And by the way, you can kind of look in there and see they got 2 more plants. Come on, get that last one. Nah, these other 2 got to come in. I don't know what failed. Grow 9 cows. Well, we just got enough grass that we grew 2, so grow 9 cows. All right, so now we can do this field. Autofill. Yep, whatever 4 are ready to go. Get on out there, guys. Get that field ready. All right, so I'm feeling like the episode's going on kind of long enough, and I want to. Okay, so we didn't grow the 9 cows. We could train a worker to the maximum level. We got our tomatoes. So let's sell some tomatoes before we do this. Yep, before they go bad. They don't last too long. Let's slow down. We're not in that much of a rush. Let's do infinity. So good. We got $3,000 for those tomatoes. Nice. Now remember, we had the bonus on all of them, and these, another 2,000. We could have got twice as much, but we didn't put the good people on there. And now we have 2 people free. See, now this field we're not going to mess with. We're just going to let it sit there for eternity until the October, and then we'll harvest that field in October. Okay, which one was that? Oh, this one. Okay, that was the one I was about to maybe go do. And we're not going to grow any sheep anytime soon, so we're failing contracts left and right. Yeah, so these fields will just sit there maximizing our honey, which, you know what, we didn't take a look at the honey. Let's see about selling the honey. Yeah, you know what, that one's probably about as high as it's going to get. So ooh, 17,000. Woohoo. Multi-flower honey. That's down low. Let's not sell that. Cazola honey, you know what, we could take our chances on it going up more, but it might go back down. We're just going to take our money and go. All right, so let me pause it. We got this field on the move. We got 2 employees sitting around doing nothing. Let's take a look at our finances. Now that we sold that stuff, and now we're not going to make honey after October, so it's a little, you know, we kind of have to divide the amount we made in half, and that was, so we made 17,000. Let's come down here. We sold some honey down here, so that was 24,000. We really didn't start making it until May, so we got May, June, July. So 3 months, we made 24,000. Let's divide that in half, because whatever profit we make for the whole summer, well, let's say this, we got 2 more months, right? 8 and 9 of making honey. So 3 divided into 24,000 is 8,000. So there's a bit of an assumption we could make that we would have 2 more months worth of 8,000. That's 16,000. 16,000 plus 24,000 is $40,000 we'll make for the honey this year. Divide that in, you know, because we're not going to make it for October, November, December, January, February, March, April, you know, another 7 months worth of not making it, or whatever that is. You know, so for most of the year, we won't be making any profit on that, really less than half. So you know, we can say that we made 40,000 per year for that, which would divided by 12 be about 4,500 a month. If you didn't follow all that, don't worry about it. 4,500 a month for the honey. We have the cow's milk. So let's take a look at the profit we made from the cow's milk, which every 2 weeks we're going to make, let's just say 32,000. This week was a little bit less, 3,200. So it's about 7,000. Let's go forward just long enough. Everybody's kind of busy. We'll see whatever these employees we have now is the kind of numbers we want to keep. Maybe even get rid of 2 more. But any second here now, we'll cross to August. Well, another couple seconds because there's 31 days in July apparently. And we'll see, are we profitable at this point? So we've counted about in the neighborhood of 7,000, 7,500 we could expect to make. What are our monthly expenses at that point? By the way, sometimes I notice when you're fast forwarding in particular or whatever, this will jump to 7.2. So there we go. Let's pause it. So we're at 8.1. It cost us 7,600. Well, that's 900. That's, you know, kind of have to round up. That's pretty much 7,000. So 7,900. At this moment, we are not quite profitable, but we're awful close. You know what I'm saying? Like if prices are a little different, if things were a little off. Oh, by the way, if we count in the 4,400, you know, more or less, that brings that down awful close to 7,500, you know, in the monthly summary, you know, like getting the forest money minus getting the expenses plus the things that we're making. So I am happy with saying that this farm is now started. You know, we're break even. Anything else we do now should be profitable. We still have a few bucks to invest in something. We got some crops. We might not be quite self-sufficient yet, but time will tell. We got, you know, lupine that'll be feeding our chickens, and we've got some wheat that can feed our chickens and our cows. We've got some raspberries on the field, which is profit we're not really counting quite yet because we haven't harvested it. So if you throw that in, a good raspberry harvest, we are profitable. or at least close enough. I know that was a lot of math and me talking real fast, but I consider this the end of getting started. And I will probably start a series on another day that is, there's a couple different ways we can go. Do we go more into animals? Do we increase our beehives? Do we, there's any number of ways we can start from this point, creating the farm. But whatever it is, it should be reasonably profitable, reasonably quick. So anyway, I hope you guys have enjoyed this little mini series, and I will be back when I decide what we're going to do with this farm as far as which direction. Maybe we'll do like a multi-direction thing. We'll keep coming back to this point and saying, hey, here's what you do with cows. I don't know. We'll see. If you guys have an opinion, let me know. All right, take care of yourselves and have a good day. Bye-bye.